set up WAFCON preparations. With the news in detail, my name is Celestina Tiankenji Mbewe. Some farmers in MONGU districts have called on authorities to expedite the announcement of the 2026-2027 maize and rice buying prices, saying the delay is affecting their planning and livelihoods. Speaking to Bulozi TV News, the farmers said timely communication of the prices would help them make informed decisions on marketing their produce and prepare adequately for the next farming season. The Food Reserve Agency, FRA, says the agency will only announce maize and rice prices once moisture levels reduce to a required standard of 12.5% and below to ensure it can be stored safely.
Vanga ikazaluna kakuchipa kiarukupa kwa musokuli vaeze kaputako simoni silimo kaufela vanowezanga kama uveve kutusateko kulinuna walimi mfano waseni sasimu imisebezi yalo na kaufela izamae kama uveve teko kaufela yakutafa fasi alukaza kwa lusaka kaufela itezi raisi chwe mtengo wachipa kona ruvilala una walimi kuli mulubonele fateni
niniswana yakuli kambe na lekisa kauveve hani lekisa kauveve ni maprogramu akweza seni sana bwitukso wakuli haluka bani haluka limiwa fasi limoselu kalanji muhape lube baba itukisize hande kanako nsina halu utakuli mabona na silimose kulelwa kuli pula inakunela hande niniswana yakuli kuchalali peu zale ze mena kauveve zesa tokumeza mangata kona kuli yoy tokwa bwitukso tole hakali ya twana maliruka mana kyaguza lipeu zale zeto kwa linanga lipeu za kuchala malinanga tuturuka beluba ba kazi yele jimu kona mweka kutira matasi hape twalo.
Former MONGU Mayor Nyambe MUYUMBANA has continued to campaign for President HICHILEMA and all UPND adopted candidates in Western Province ahead of the August 13 general election. Speaking during a campaign meeting in Sesheke district, MUYUMBANA said there is a need for continuity in governance, stating that President HICHILEMA's leadership deserves another mandate to continue implementing the country's development agenda. MUYUMBANA said the UPND government has laid out a clear roadmap for economic growth, citing its target of producing 10 million metric tons of maize as part of efforts to strengthen food security and boost the agricultural sector. Former MONGU Mayor Nyambe MUYUMBANA has continued to rally support for President HICHILEMA and all UPND adopted candidates in Western Province ahead of the August 13 general election. Speaking to Bulozi TV News during a campaign meeting in Sesheke district, MUYUMBANA said the country needs continuity in leadership to sustain the development programs initiated by the UPND administration. He said President HICHILEMA has laid a clear development agenda that requires another term to deliver more benefits to the people of Zambia.
Molelo to support my adopted candidate by UPND. One kwa East, Mokangombe, kwa West, Kombizi. Mi message yes one. Lubatakuli luwekeze kupasichaba luwekeze lufemu tope haka inde HICHILEMA mavota mangata kuyacholo niba bakechule kaufela ma UPND kakuli swelo pili luselu lwa ibona wana balikolo bakena mahala mane bayocha nukucha kwa likolo zile size alangi apwane manifesto wamboli wakuli kunekubanga ni jimu yakona kweza 5 million metric tons of maize. Jimu yetu alo ya wabaniona sepa kule yakona yakaswa dala yakona kula dala kule amka obulahane neba mwana kwa mwana wasi baba harvest ene ya mbozwa ulu itoze 2 million akashena alo ambola chwana silimose pakesa haka inde kumela ngana kwa situ farmers fertilizer tukonele kweza more than 3 million metric tons kusupeza kuli 5 million yako na kweza hala niko na lukupasi chao kuli usapote mtope yake nisema ni UPND
Meanwhile, unadopted mayor aspirant Barbara Sibeso echoed MUYUMBANA's sentiments, urging residents of Sesheke to support President HICHILEMA and the UPND candidates in the forthcoming polls.
We are here with my brother to support the adopted candidates. Support wakangobe kwano bine unizima wese kwa support bomise kuona kwa president wako na kichwalo ensha kisort sana ensha. So Luna information, we are actually visiting constituency council na Bulozi kuri watu wabone bonde waizi zena HH mshemwa unaweza kuni una nisishemo sasa tuna mifakulu akaende aikeze nikaza haye unalikuona kuri wabota na candidates.
For Bulozi TV News, Celestina Mbewe, MONGU, Western Province. And the United Party for National Development National Youth Chairperson Gilbert Liswaniso has continued mobilizing support for President HICHILEMA and the ruling party in Western Province ahead of the August 13 general election. Addressing supporters during a campaign meeting in Sesheke, Liswaniso urged residents to vote for President HICHILEMA, saying the UPND government has introduced policies that are improving the lives of many Zambians. Meanwhile, UPND Sesheke East aspiring Member of Parliament Romeo Kangombe and Sesheke West aspiring Member of Parliament Frederick Msebezi appealed to voters to support their candidature and the UPND in the forthcoming general election. UPND National Youth Chairperson Gilbert Liswaniso has continued mobilizing support for President HICHILEMA and the ruling party in Western Province ahead of the forthcoming general elections. Addressing supporters during a campaign meeting in Sesheke district, Liswaniso urged voters to support President HICHILEMA, saying the UPND has introduced policies that are improving the lives of many Zambians.
Security sasa Sesheke makonstituency amabeli wapumile amabeli hapumile chwalo ngulera kuli nibata 40 milioni ya mali iye kwani kakali kwa west 40 milioni hape itaye kwano kwa east kuli luchimbule chwale bupiro bwalona kakuyakali kolo kakuyakali patela mandu amaluti mandu amanasi maneni za mezi nizemu zeo zetokwala kwa magranti kwa maloni kulimangi ni mangi afumane mwateni.
Meanwhile, UPND Sesheke East aspiring Member of Parliament and Sesheke West aspiring Member of Parliament appealed to voters to support their candidature and the UPND in the forthcoming general elections.
Mwana Katongo, mwana Kwenani, mwana Libumu, mwana Kabuyu, mwana Mutwamezi, mwana Mukotekwa, mwana Ndalo, mwana Katundu ko kwateni ne kubile MP wa pili mu Bulozi mo yena mushiba kacheku nibana babona utokuba mapilamina kutokupa pili kukala kukupela mutompe akainde kikuvotera pela mwalizo kipeto mali akashifoweke azwela pateni amocho ni masherenyi ya makwasha ni utwako liko na Wakatongo mane kona munani makwasha babanyezu kitabayaniti bateni cheremu babulelele nibona basusuweze kulimina makwasha abanyezwi ulimuzwele pili kola mali ha luswana kuzwela pili apeni wakaende HICHILEMA.
The two candidates said electing UPND representatives at all levels would help accelerate development and improve service delivery in the district. For Bulozi TV News, Celestina Mbewe, MONGU, Western Province. Luwena constituency aspiring independent candidate Mwala Kalaluka has assured voters that he will continue supporting existing government programs if elected, dismissing claims that such initiatives would be discontinued. Speaking to Bulozi TV News, Kalaluka said the programs are government initiatives aimed at benefiting citizens and should therefore be sustained regardless of political affiliation. He also called for increased environmental protection measures measures in the constituency, particularly in Kamboa Forest in Nangula Ward, where he urged communities to plant trees and help combat environmental degradation caused by deforestation.
On 29th May 2026, a Luena constituency independent aspiring candidate Mwala Kalaluka withdrew from the parliamentary race, only to rejoin the contest 4 days later, citing what he described as popular demand. Following his withdrawal, there have been assertions that Kalaluka would not appear on the ballot paper. In an interview with Bulozi TV, Kalaluka has dispelled those claims.
Aizo kwenda bana barona baba bafikeze kwali koza panga za ma trade school zemu za kafia kulisha misebezi bete hape tabaki yakuli kustukubuli yakuli bo mwala Kalaluka haba no fa ballot paper boki bu hata bubunsu akuna niti mamulelo mataba yo mibale bule abao bali bule ka buli mpeche mitiki kuli Kalaluka mwala batini fa ballot paper bayema mimane hapi bakira mamugendenge wakubona kuli likazeza mahala alikisaze barani kabiri mwateni yakubona kuli niba balieza.
He added that campaigns in Luena constituency are progressing well, adding that all aspiring parliamentary candidates are on good terms with each other. He further stated that there have been no incidents requiring the intervention of the District Conflict Management Committee.
Na sepa kulinebe ba conflict management committee yarona abasika bati butatahu kwa bana nizo nilikesa ze lwambo sana mahala alona kune baba basokopani bona bazi kikirinde bapali akopani lona koda baba ma MP candidates bala buisa na lwambo sana hamo mita be mutela no bonali kwa mukola kwa no kopani nibo candidate baba ma candidates baba babeli malikesa ze mino lwambo la hande ko na butata bufika pa bufi chwale likesa libera kozo.
For Bulozi TV, I'm Bruce Masalela in MONGU, Western Province.
Government, with support from the World Bank and other cooperating partners through the Multi-Donor Trust Fund, is strengthening access to education for vulnerable girls through the Keeping Girls in School and Beyond initiative under the Girls' Education and Women's Empowerment and Livelihood for Human Capital project. Speaking during the Keeping Girls in School and Beyond academic symposium at Nangweshi Boarding Secondary School in SIOMA District, Acting District Commissioner Robin Maki says government will expand the initiative from 95 to 116 districts by the end of 2026. SIOMA District Education Planning Officer Angela Mwangala said more than 760 girls have benefited from the program in the district since its inception, with 11 progressing to tertiary education through scholarships. Nais has the report.
Government, with support from the World Bank and other cooperating partners through the Multi-Donor Trust Funds MDTF, is strengthening access to education for vulnerable girls through the Keeping Girls in School and Beyond KGS initiative under the Girls' Education and Women Empowerment and Livelihood for Human Capital Jewel project. Speaking during the Keeping Girls in School and Beyond initiative academic symposium at Nangweshi Boarding Secondary School in SIOMA District, Acting District Commissioner for SIOMA Robin Makai says the program has transformed lives of vulnerable girls and announced that government will expand the initiative from 95 to 116 districts by the end of 2026.
Given the impact the project has had, KGS will scale up to 21 more districts to increase the number of KGS implementing districts from 95 to 116 before the end of 2026.
So at the district, we have a total of 760 Keeping Girls in School that we are servicing as SIOMA District, 766 girls that are being supported, that is at secondary school. Then at tertiary level, we already have 15 girls that are pursuing their tertiary support at various colleges, various universities in Zambia.
Meanwhile, Acting Agriculture Coordinator for SIOMA Chipobe Hangomba noted that 60% of crop production in Zambia is produced by women.
So, as an agriculturist, more than 6% of the food that we eat is produced by women. No wonder, even the government and the Jewel Project, even KGS, they are saying, let's empower who? The girls. The seeds you plant today through education, discipline, hard work, and good character will become the harvest of your future success.
Education Officer for Western Province Peggy HICHILEMA urged beneficiaries to work hard and make the most of the Keeping Girls in School sponsorship.
And our dear learners continue to appreciate by living positively and have a high self-esteem. You have a high self-esteem, you cannot fail to do anything.
We are also grateful to our sponsors, KGS, and supporters. Your generosity played a key role in making today possible.
Held under the theme, Empowering Girls, Creating Leaders for Tomorrow, the symposium promoted academic excellence and inspired girls to pursue higher education and successful careers. Ndopu Sendoi reporting.
The Media Network on Child Rights and Development has urged political parties to stop exposing children to political campaign activities, warning that the practice violates children's rights and puts them at risk. MNCRD Executive Director Henry Kabwe says involving children in political campaigns compromises their rights to privacy and would expose them to harm from individuals who may associate with a particular political party. The organization says photographs and videos of children taken during campaign events should only be published with the consent of parents or legal guardians.
The Media Network on Child Rights and Development, MNCRD, has noted with concern the number of pictures of children being captured during political party campaigns ahead of the 2026 general elections. According to the Children's Code Act and other related local, regional, and global treaty commitments, children's identities can only be exposed with the signed consent of parents or legal guardians. Capturing children during campaigns violates their rights to privacy and may expose them to danger, as unreasonable political players may react negatively to their perceived political affiliations. Further, while we appreciate the relatively peaceful nature of the campaigns in these elections, it is risky to take children to political events in case of violence. In the past, we have witnessed the deaths of people, including children and youths, during campaigns. It is unfortunate that one teenager was shot at yesterday during campaigns, and we urge the Zambia Police Service to not only look out for young people, but also advise adults going with them to leave them out of the campaigns. We equally urge all political parties and other players to uphold the dignity and rights of children by advising their media teams and supporters to ensure that they promote the rule of law as they seek to save the Zambian people.
We take a break. Stay with us.
Chikulu, when they said Zambia went into default, did we lose our dignity?
Dignity?
Your sister has found the real question, Chipo. Default did not take our dignity, Chanda. It took away the world's trust. In 2020, the world heard one word from Zambia: default. Default does not feel like a number. It feels like waiting. The school that cannot open its doors. The girl who is ready, and a country that cannot move. So we sent our best to the table. Debt restructuring bought time. It was not a cure. Someone had to do the hard work at home, spend less, and steady the machine that broke us. He took the hardest wheel himself. No one believed it would move. And belief is a thing that spreads. It did not take one strong man. It took all of them pulling the same way. They steadied the machine that broke us, and they are steadying it still. But we had to prove it to the world and earn back the trust we had lost. Trust, once broken, is not given back. It is earned, table after table. He showed them what we owed and what we would do about it. Every figure, every promise, until, one by one, they believed us. That was a good day for this country. When the promise was made good, the trust came back with it. And trust is what turns a plan into something you can build. The plan that waited on paper becomes a school. The girl who was ready could begin. She was not finished. We were not finished.
So dignity came back?
Dignity was here, Chanda. What came back was trust. And trust is work you keep doing every day.
Sichava sa ilutewad. Vikie lasunda 19 July 2026. Muskema ya watu kiso ya Beyond the Ballot. Kanako ya 1730 hours. By papati bamina, vot Thomas Mwamba. Bakopano ya Citizens First. Bomwitelela nyambe, bakopano ya UPND. Hama ochwalo, ni bomusinga spalo, bakopano ya NRPUP. Bakamitalo seza milelo ya zwelo pili, yebanani kwa mana wadi ya Ilute. Chwale, amwe kutwele ni kuipuhela Beyond the Ballot. Isalimina, kakuli kukandekelwa kumaswe. Lasunda, Kanako ya 1730 hours. Only on Bulozi TV, the pride of Barosi.
Voting is one of the few moments where we all have a voice.
One person, one vote.
No titles, no status.
Just a choice.
It's not about doing nothing.
It's about showing up.
Because your vote matters.
It's easy.
It's important.
It's ours.
Count me in.
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 Being a teenager isn't always easy. Every day brings new challenges, big decisions, and questions about life, family, friendship, and the future. Bulozi TV brings to you Teens of Focus, the program where real teens talk about real issues. We create a safe space where young people learn, grow, and find their voices. Join me, Kuteva Kabish, as we explore on the issues that matter most to teenagers, empowering them to make informed choices, build confidence, and unlock their full potential.
Bulozi TV is the only commercial television station domiciled in MONGU of Western Province, Zambia, providing homegrown broadcasting. We are licensed by the Independent Broadcasting Authority (IBA) and carried by TopStar on DTT channel 120. We are also on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, and WhatsApp channel. Our news is factual, balanced, and delivered on time in 3 languages: English, Simbunda, and Silozi. Our programs range from talk shows, entertainment shows, personality, cultural heritage, political shows, local drama and soaps, children's shows, community live broadcast, and many more. Call the station manager to advertise your business on 0975 210 218 or 0764 907 921, or email us on bulozitv@gmail.com. We are situated in MUYUMBANA compound off Kagrava Road in MONGU. Bulozi TV, the pride of Barotse.
Thank you so very much for staying with us in our international news. Ghana, Nigeria have called for urgent regional and continental action to address rising violence and anti-African sentiments targeting migrants in South Africa. The two West African countries made the call during the ECOWAS Media Summit in Freetown, Sierra Leone, where the foreign ministers agreed to coordinate efforts aimed at protecting the rights and dignity of African migrants while promoting peaceful coexistence. They stressed that individuals accused of committing crimes should face the law, but innocent migrants should not be subjected to collective punishments or attacks. And now in sports news. The Copper Queens have intensified preparations for the 2026 Total Energies CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations after holding a training session in Algeria ahead of their international friendly against the hosts on Sunday. Head coach Nora Heptu oversaw Friday evening's training session at Nelson Mandela Stadium with all 19 players currently in camp. Taking part, midfielder Grace Chanda became the first of the 7 foreign-based players expected to join the squad after arriving in camp on Thursday. The Football Association of Zambia says Captain Barbara Banda, Rachel Kundenanji, Irene Lungu, Frida Mukoma, Priska Chilufya and Kabenga Mupopo are expected to report to camp during the FIFA's mandatory player release period, which begins 7 days before the tournament. And that sport item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, here's a recap on the headlines. MONGU rice farmers press for 2026-2027 rice prices. MUYUMBANA rallies support for President HICHILEMA in Western Province. Keeping Girls in School project benefits over 760 girls in SIOMA. And in international news, Ghana, Nigeria raised concern over anti-African sentiments in South Africa. And in sports news, Copper Queen set up WAFCON preparations. You can always watch our news bulletin on TopStar channel 120 in MONGU, Limulunga, Nalolo, Lusaka, Chongwe, Chilanga, parts of Senanga, Kalawo, Rufunsa, and the surrounding areas. On Facebook, we are Bulozi TV. I've been Celestina Tiankenji Mbewe on behalf of the entire production crew here at Bulozi TV. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of our broadcasting.